And away we go. It is the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com. Visit www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. Get down to Dayton, Kentucky, Wednesday through Sunday. Tell them to pump it up. Save yourself 15% off of your order. Or go to the app, get yourself some delivery. They will bring it out to your house pretty much anywhere inside the 275 loop. And you can get that Galactic goodness right to your front door. All right, Aaron, I'm still calming the cheeks down. That was the Bearcat Bounce podcast tonight. If you have not listened to that, outstanding stuff from our good friend Ryan Royer and a new member of the BCJ family, who I think we will see plenty of going forward in Blake Basevich. If you don't know Blake, he was a member of the 2018 class, defensive lineman from St. X. And actually in that 2018 class, people forget that. They think Josh Wiley was the first hometown hero to commit in that 2018 class. Right. It was actually Blake. Blake was first, and then Josh, and then Malik Van, and then Javon Hicks, and the ball kept rolling from there. Blake is now studying to be a doctor at Harvard.
No big deal.
Yeah, he got admitted into Harvard medical school, and he was an awesome guest. One of my favorites that we've had, and getting stories from him and Royer about their time at UC, where Blake would just be back at the apartment studying, and then he would get done studying, and the idiots would come home from being out being idiots. So good.
We laughed for another 15 minutes after we got done with the show.
Just recapping the stories that they had told. It was an outstanding episode. So make sure you go check that out. We don't often over promote the other shows on this format, but that was some good stuff. So put that on your playlist and listen to the show with Blake Basevich tonight, because it was outstanding. There was last night there was a JUCO offensive lineman commit, flipped from Memphis, visited over the weekend, committed to UC during the Bengals game. I think we touched on it last night, a touch. You don't remember last night, so
last night was a little rough.
You weren't in a great headspace. You had the tinfoil hat out.
It's down here still.
It's just there for when you need it now.
Correct.
But yeah, so that went down.
He's a tackle.
Yeah, well, we'll see. He lists himself as a tackle. I do think he's a guy with, kind of that swing size where he could be a tackle or a guard, could do a couple different things. We'll see when spring ball hits, where he's lined up. But the big news of the day, the Bearcats entering a partnership with TQL Logistics for sponsorship. It's I don't know that I recall seeing anything like this, because generally we haven't heard the numbers. I'm sure there's a press conference tomorrow. I don't know that I want to get to it, but I don't know that I'm going to be able. That is generally when I'm at the hospital with Kelly. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get there. I would guess that we're going to get some more details on specifics tomorrow at the 12:30 press conference. We will keep an eye on that, and whether I'm there or not, we'll keep you guys updated. They're not changing the name of Nippert Stadium. They are also not changing Carson Field, which is good, because if you know, the football message board on Bearcat Journal is called Carson Field. I didn't want to have to rebrand the football message board unexpectedly on a Monday. So I'm always thinking about how it impacts me, Aaron. But TQL, they're going to have their logo on the field. It's going to be on the 25-yard line opposite the Big 12 logo on each side of Carson Field at Nippert Stadium. They have managed to enter into a pretty significant agreement where they still continue the tradition of Carson Field, but named after the guy that started the football program, and Nippert Stadium, which has been the name of the stadium basically forever. So to be able to do that, like, that's a major coup for John Cunningham, right?
Yeah, it was. I thought it was pretty awesome that TQL was able to do that. TQL, by the way, also has their name all over this giant soccer stadium in town as well. So, yeah, pretty cool though to see them end up as the sponsor of another a local company being the sponsor of another stadium, but also respecting the time and tradition of Cincinnati, of the Bearcats specifically.
Can I go out on a little bit of a rant?
Sure.
Can we stop with, like, every time something happens, we have to find the negative? Like, we get Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce in the Super Bowl. Travis has some fun with the mayor. He gets a shout out from The Rock tonight. And UC fans have turned on him. I'll never cheer for Travis Kelce again. Travis Kelce is dead to me. Travis Kelce is going in the Hall of Fame as a Cincinnati Bearcat. Stop. Like, quit letting your emotions take you over. And then today, TQL sinks a massive, from everything we're hearing initially, we don't know the number yet, but sinks a massive amount of dollars into the UC football program. And there are people that I don't like how TQL operates. I don't like how their business model. I don't like. Just, can we not? Why can't we enjoy anything, Aaron? Why does everything good that happens have to have this segment of people that are pissed off about it?
I guess it comes with Cincinnati fans just never getting over the hump. Like, the city hasn't celebrated a championship outside of the Cyclones since 1990.
But shouldn't you celebrate the wins?
Look, we had a conversation with Ed on PTP last week talking about if they don't make it to the Super Bowl. He argued that it wasn't a successful season.
They won, 11 games in a row? That, like,
Something
Joe
like
Burrow
that, yeah.
established himself as one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL. They slayed the dragon that was supposed to be the Super Bowl favorite in the Buffalo Bills. Like, this is the thing. I hearken back to 2017. I was doing a podcast at the time with Richard Skinner, who has become a great friend, and there was this other guy that was on the podcast, whatever. And we talked about, that was the year that the team from Norwood was a 1 seed and UC was a 2 seed. And I like went out of my way to tell people that entire, like, back half of that season, enjoy this shit, man, because people were still complaining about they're not good enough for this, or they're not going to be a 1 seed, or Xavier's still, like, Xavier's better than UC, or, like, when you have great things happen, when you have good things going on, enjoy it. Because guess what? There's probably some bad shit coming after the great things that happen. Like, that's life, right? Like, you have some really, really high highs, and then they're followed by some lows. And then you have some highs, then they're followed by some lows. Like, that's the ebb and flow of life. And we don't allow ourselves, we're so busy being miserable that we don't allow ourselves to enjoy anything that's fun. And there's a company, a local company, the head of that local company played baseball at UC. They have been working for a while now on how this deal was specifically going to play out. It became official today, and people were still unhappy.
I saw people complaining about how tacky the logos are going to look on the field even. That's how you get paid. Nobody loves the logos on the NBA jerseys, but that's how you get paid.
They put a roofclaim.com logo on the field for the AAC championship game. Both of them.
People lost their minds.
Tulsa and Houston. Well, roofclaim.com, whoever the hell that is, wasn't going to pay that money without their logo being on the field. That's why they paid the money. TQL is not going to pay however many millions of dollars it is.
Right.
If they don't get something.
That's how that works. They didn't change the name of this. I mean, they left the sanctity of the field and the stadium.
Guess what? If Shane over there from Galactic Fried Chicken didn't agree to sponsor, yeah, there, you got it. You're closer to me. Like
yeah.
It looks weird for me going this way. If Shane from Galactic Fried Chicken didn't agree to sponsor this show when we thought up this show probably wouldn't still exist. Because you would be like, I need to make some money to do this show. And I would be like, well, how do I do that if we're not making any money? I'm not going to pay you from somebody else's money to do this show. So Shane agreed to sponsor this show, and it provided you with some money to agree to be on here with me every night. And we put Shane's logo all over the show. And now they're the number 2 chicken in the city. And we'll see how the voting at Galactic or at City Beat goes. Go vote if you haven't voted yet. And now they're the number 2. I'm not saying we're the reason they're the number 2 chicken in the city.
No, but I'm saying the reason.
Yeah, the chicken's the reason. The chicken's fucking phenomenal. But I'm saying they invested in us. We promoted them. They promoted us. Everything's happy. Like, that's how this shit works. Get over yourself.
Crazy.
Get over yourself. TQL wants to pay a bunch of money to make everybody in Cincinnati aware that they are a Cincinnati company that supports Cincinnati sports and Cincinnati people.
Right.
Be happy for that. Be happy for that. You know what everybody says all the time, Aaron? There's all these Fortune 500 companies in the city, and nobody supports UC. And then one of them does,
I mean,
and everybody's pissed off.
It could be worse. We could be UK and have it Kroger Field.
The CEO of Kroger is graduated from Kentucky.
I'm just saying they renamed the field,
yeah,
Kroger Field.
Yeah. So,
like, they left the sanctity and tradition of Nippert and of Carson Field in place.
Yeah.
Hat tip.
Yeah.
Well
Great
done.
job by John Cunningham. You got the money, and you didn't screw up any of the tradition in the process. That's what you want from your athletic department. That's smart business, smart marketing. And you got a big stack of cash as you're going into the Big 12. That's extra cash. Good job.
I wonder who's going to end up with the naming rights of the indoor practice facility.
Well, they also apparently donated a bunch of money into the Day One Foundation as part of this. So maybe there's logos on the field.
And on the indoor practice facility, potentially.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be.
That would be, it would make sense as to how you don't name the field, but still end up donating a huge wad of cash.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Come on, people. Just take a deep breath sometimes. You don't have to be mad about everything. There's plenty of stuff to be mad about. Can we stop being mad about stuff that doesn't matter?
Sure.
Wow. I don't think you're going to live up to that, but you like to get mad about a lot of stuff. It doesn't matter if it matters or not. It matters to you, and that's what matters, right, Aaron? We'll see you tomorrow night. Should be an interesting PTP. Oh, boy. You better have that tinfoil down by your side ready. We'll see you there. It's a nightcap brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken right here on BearcatsJournal.com.
See ya.